And if you're exploring the chieftain, see you next time.
How is he nowadays?
Oh, he's wonderful. Really quite wonderful, considering. Always cheerful, ready with a joke.
You found me with them?
Yes, they're well, the ones who...
Oh, yes, of course.
First scene the cover will be
Really?
hold down positions.
How is he nowadays?
Oh, he's wonderful. Really quite wonderful, considering. Always cheerful, ready with a joke.
You found me with them?
Yes, they're well, the ones who...
Oh, yes, of course. Very nice, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They're very nice.
Use of cover.
They are.
The first scene the cover will be
Really?
hold down positions and berm drills. American vehicles with their larger height.
And you?
See you next time.
How is he nowadays?
Oh, he's wonderful. Really quite...
And you?
See you next time.
How is he nowadays?
American vehicles with their larger
The
around and then
seaside
retreat
might
back
do
into
us
cover
both
while you
more
reload.
good.
That's the basic idea, but after a couple of goes in this, the opposition is probably going to figure out what you're doing. Cover, going front left, front right.
I can't tell you how wonderful he's been.
Point of view, he's not
Such
exactly
courage. He never complains.
Then hopefully by the time
And his daughter-in-law lives with him. It's her son Peter from her first marriage. And most of the time his son-in-law Mark is there too. I suppose we've suffered so much together that the time's been by and you're hard to break.
Now is that you're doing the same thing. The other half,
Yes, we like
back to you in the next
He
episode.
stayed before.
And if you're exploring the chieftain, see you next time.
How is he nowadays?
Oh, he's wonderful. Really quite wonderful, considering. Always cheerful, ready with a joke.
You found me with them?
Yes, they're well, the ones who...
Oh, yes, of course. Very nice, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They're very nice.
Use of cover.
They are.
The first thing to cover will be
Really?
hold down positions and berm drills. American vehicles with their larger high turret allow greater
What do you
gun
mean by
depression,
that?
so
They
they're
are
particularly good at this.
Don't you think
Generally
there's something...
speaking, though, the higher the gun depression angle,
unmistakable.
the
Her manner
faster
changed
it
at once when the
protects
deficit
engaged
went on.
targets over the top of it.
And another thing, when she said she was
The
angered by
berm
the
drill
girl's
is what we
disappearance,
use
she
to
really looked at
engage
it.
targets with a minimum.
And one has to ask
exposure.
oneself
The general
why.
gist of it is you drive forwards, expose yourself,
I think
fire
for days
around,
the
and
seaside
then retreat
might
back
do
into
us
cover
both
while you
more
reload.
good.
That's the basic idea, but after a couple of goes in this, the opposition is probably going to figure out what you're doing. So the next thing you want to do is see if you can do a berm drill.
Saddest story imaginable. Poor Jeff, such a
And one has to ask oneself why.
Quite wonderful, considering. Always cheerful, ready with a joke.
Very nice.
Yes, they are. They are.
First thing is positions and berm drills. Turret allow
Don't you think there's something...
engaged targets over.
And another thing, when she said she was
The
angered by the
berm drill
girl's
is what we use
disappearance,
to
she really looked at it.
engage targets with a minimum.
And one has to ask
exposure.
oneself
The general
why.
gist of it is you drive
think
fire
for days
around,
the
and
seaside
then retreat
might
back
do
into
us
cover
both
while you
more
reload.
good.
That's the basic idea, but after a couple of goes in this, the opposition is probably going to figure out what you're doing. So the next thing you want to do is see if you can do a berm drill.
saddest story
Rotate the hull a
imaginable.
little bit, so
Poor
as you
Jeff,
drive
such a
forward, you allow
lovely
movement
family,
to go
blown to
around.
bits by one of those little tube
So
tubes.
he's
Lost the rocket
been
and his legs.
I
I can't tell you how wonderful he's been. Such courage, he never complains. And his daughter-in-law lives with him. It's her son Peter from her first marriage. And most of the time his son-in-law Mark is there too. I suppose we've suffered so much together that the time's been by and you're hard to break. The whole thing is almost
right down into your engine
Yes,
deck.
but nothing to do with the
This
Jeffersons.
is bad. Again, it's not impossible to be.
No one would ever believe me.
You know, Jane, that is curious.
Movement between positions.
Why would they?
The saying is that things still walk slow, but not with it.
No one would ever
The
believe
idea
me.
behind this is
Why would they? No one would ever believe me. Why would they?
See? That's what knowing the game mechanics can do.
By the way, about the mechanics.
Despite evidence
Vision
to the
rays
contrary,
are not endless.
Freedom Tubian is not a
See you next
terrorist.
time.
How is he now?
Oh, he's wonderful. Really quite wonderful, considering.
To the best of my
Always
knowledge, it
cheerful,
began with an
ready with a
invitation from her neighbor to a Rosh Hashanah dinner.
I've always found it interesting, the phrase, the least
Yes, they
I can
are.
do.
They're very nice.
If it's the least you can do,
They
The
are.
first thing to cover will be
Why
hold
not
down
do more?
positions and berm drill. The other half,
Yes, we like
back to you in the next
He
episode.
stayed before.
I'm Nicholas Moore, the Chieftain. See you next time.
How is he now?
Oh, he's wonderful. Really quite wonderful, considering. Always cheerful, ready with a joke.
You found me with them.
Yes, they're well, the ones.
Oh, yes, yes, of course. Very nice, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They're very nice.
Use of cover.
They
The
are.
first thing to cover will be
Really?
hold down positions and berm drills. American vehicles with their larger high turret allow greater
do you
gun
mean by
depression,
that?
so they're
They are
particularly good
really.
at this.
Don't you think
Generally
there's something?
speaking,
Oh,
though,
I
the
do.
higher the gun
It was quite
depression angle,
unmistakable.
the
Her manner
faster
changed
and
at
more
once when the
technique you can
Jeffersons
engage
were
targets
mentioned.
over the top of a
And
hill.
another thing, when she said she was
The
angered by
berm
the
drill
girls
is what we
disappearing,
use
she
to
really looked
engage
it.
targets with a minimum.
And one
of
has to ask
exposure.
oneself
The general
why.
gist of it is you drive forwards, expose yourself,
I think a
fire
few days at
around,
the
and
seaside
then retreat
might
back
do
into
us
cover
both
while you
the work of
reload.
good.
That's the basic idea, but after a couple of goes of this, the opposition is probably going to figure out what you're doing. So the next thing you want to do is see if you can do a berm drill.
Saddest story
Rotate your hull a
imaginable.
little bit, so
Poor
when you
Jeff,
drive
such a
forward, you
lo-
have a minimum.
And one
of
has to ask
exposure.
oneself
The general
why.
Quite wonderful, considering. Always cheerful, ready with a joke.
You found me with them.
Yes, they're well, the ones.
Oh, yes, yes, of course. Very nice, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They're very nice.
Use of cover.
They
The
are.
first thing to cover will be
Really?
hold down positions and berm drills. American vehicles with their larger high turret allow greater
What do you
gun
mean by
depression,
that?
so they're
They are
particularly good
really.
at this.
Don't you think
Generally
there's something?
speaking,
Oh,
though,
I
the
do.
higher the